Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. Carl Hughes here from Draft.dev. I'm going to be talking about landing pages and specifically landing page builders. So the first question a lot of people will ask me is, do I need a landing page builder or should I hire a developer to create my landing page and build it into my website maybe? Well, it depends, of course. But generally, I push people towards landing page builders, and there's a few reasons for this. First of all, it's usually a lot faster to get done. To be honest, software developers can take a lot of time to build up even what seems like a pretty simple HTML page. And it's especially faster if you need to change it frequently. So for example, if you are going to test some different subject lines and send traffic to your landing page, you might want to be able to change those subject lines and try them out and see what works over time, right? Well, every time you have to involve a software developer, you're going to pay more money, it's going to take more delay and more time. So generally speaking, landing page builders make it much easier and faster to change your landing page. It's also cheaper. So software developers are going to make anywhere from $25 to $200 an hour. I know that's a huge range. For landing pages, you're probably looking at things more in the $25 to $100 an hour range, depending on the complexity and number of pages. But either way, this is going to end up taking somebody 2 to 20 hours. So you start to multiply that out and you see that you're spending hundreds or thousands of dollars on a landing page, which for many small companies is just not really worth it. Also, there's lots of great options out there. And in this video and in the post that I linked to below it, there are a bunch of my favorite options. And so I'm going to pick just 4 of my favorites to talk about today. And you can go try those out. You can go try some of the other ones on this list. If you've got your own favorites, feel free to leave them in the comments because I'm always interested in what's new and happening in the world of landing page design. So first one up is Carrd, CARRD.co. And what I love about Carrd is, well, first of all, it's started by a guy who lives in, I think, East Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee, where I went to college. So it's got a little bit of a hometown vibe, but I didn't even know that when I first started using Carrd. To be honest, Carrd is awesome because it's one of the simplest landing page builders out there. Plus, they've stayed really current and up to date with their themes and the way they look. I use Carrd personally for Draft.dev, and I push almost everybody I know to use it. What's even better about Carrd is you can get started for free. Now that's not a subdomain, but once you want to get to a full domain, you're going to pay, I think it's as low as like $10 a year. So it's insanely cheap. Even on the more advanced plans, you're only going to be paying $20 or $50 a year. So again, you're going to save a ton of money by using Carrd versus hiring a developer and asking them to change the title every time you want it. Now, there are some downsides to Carrd. It doesn't really support multiple pages. So if you want to do something like slash and then about us or slash contact us, you can kind of do that with Carrd. They give you sort of a hacky workaround using the fragment, URL fragments, which is like the hashtag symbol. But to be honest, it's not quite the same from an SEO perspective. So there's some downsides there. The next one that I recommend to people is Jekyll. And what's great about Jekyll is that it's super fast, super easy. You can host it for free on GitHub pages. The downside is you're going to need to know HTML, Markdown, and possibly some coding, depending on how customized you want to go. So Jekyll is really made for software developers. A lot of developers use it to power their blogs. And so I'm really familiar with it because I've been a software developer and had my own blog for many years. And it's the best way to do that. But if you're a business person who's not as technical, you don't really want to get down and dirty with HTML, you don't mind spending a few bucks a month, maybe skip Jekyll. It's maybe not the best choice. Jekyll is great, though, if you do want to start a blog and have a free way to get it out there on the internet. Get your own custom domain put on there for free using GitHub pages to host it. The next one is Squarespace. So Squarespace has been around for a long time now, and it's one of the best website builders available. What I love about Squarespace is that it's really powerful. You've got a lot of customization options. You can build tons and tons of pages with it. And it's not very expensive at all. I think it's only $20, $30 a month now. So you're getting a ton of value for very, very little price. And there's a lot of themes in it. There's even blogging features and e-commerce features. Now, I haven't used all these features personally, but I generally push startup founders who are looking for their first landing page into Squarespace. The maybe downside to Squarespace is it can be slow depending on the theme. I've seen some themes that take a long time to get to their first paint. Sometimes it's the theme, and sometimes it's because people upload really big images in their Squarespace sites and they don't really realize or think about what that's doing. So be a little careful with that. And then Squarespace kind of has distinct looks to all their themes. I won't say, I mean, you can customize them pretty heavily. And so you can actually get something that looks very unique to you. But off the shelf, a lot of the Squarespace themes are just a little bit boring and kind of unindividualized. The last one I'll talk about is Unbounce. Now, Unbounce is super powerful as well, even an order of magnitude more maybe than Squarespace. What's great about Unbounce is they sort of build in all these A/B testing features that you really might want to have if you're doing heavy marketing campaigns to a landing page. They tie into your email list so you can make sure you collect email addresses through it. I don't think you can build whole websites off of Unbounce, but I could be wrong. I haven't used Unbounce in a few years. Unbounce was really great, though. We used it for a while for some special things at Packback. I enjoyed it. The downside to Unbounce is it's pretty expensive compared to some of these other ones. I think it starts off at like $75 a month, and then it goes up based on the amount of traffic you send to your site. So it's a good option depending on what you need to do. Lots of customizability. The themes are great, and they have this whole theme builder that lets you build all sorts of custom stuff. But the downside is it's a little more expensive than some of the other options on this list. So depending on what you need, these are kind of a range of options, and I have tons more options down in the article I'll link to in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. And if you have your own landing page builders that you want to tell me about, because I would love to hear about them, either shoot me an email, Carl@Draft.dev, or leave a link in the comment below. Look forward to hearing from you.